What's up, guys? I'm just doing a recap for what happened on Friday. I think if any of you saw the video from Thursday, no, sorry, yeah, the same day on Friday, I made a recap for Thursday and I left a bias for Friday the same day. Now, if you guys remember, I was just talking about like why am I feeling bullish overall, even though we end up, yeah, completely shitting the bed. But one of the reasons why I was so bullish is because we had like two SMTs with both sessions from London and Asia. In that moment, if you go to ES, you will see. Let me just, because I feel like everyone's going to be confused about this. Yeah. So before even opening, at 8:40, 8:30, we were literally just, we already swept this loss long time ago. So I thought honestly, like since NQ wasn't even close, so I mean to London, yes, but with Asia lows, I feel like we were protected, and then we have all these equal highs, and I was like, well, this is a reason for me to be bullish. And overall, like Wednesday we had a dump. Um, AM session just didn't do nothing because I'm assuming since London made the move for the day, New York just accumulated, and then PM session just ended up dumping. So I was like, okay, this is just multiple reasons of why we should probably just like be bullish, even though we did left equal lows that day. So, all right, whatever. So I was thinking like overall we were gonna be bullish and at least try to take these highs, and maybe after that I wouldn't care if we dump. And yeah, we did not end up doing that at all. So, anyways, we made a SMT from 6 a.m. to when 9 a.m. candles. If you go, you will check and see where 6 a.m. 6 a.m. is this high, and then 9 a.m. is this high. So you can see we had a SMT between them, and at the end, I think if I'm not mistaken, we did take out London highs long time ago in NQ. While in ES, we didn't even reach to those highs. We didn't even reach the 6 a.m. highs. So yeah, that's two things already there. Now we end up dumping. I did end up taking a long, but not as like going against the trend. It was just simply like for me in this moment, right? 50 minute. Let me just take this out so you guys can see. You see this line, right? Let me just take this one out. Hello. All right, I can't. So we go like this. All right. So this is 15 minute for rally gap here, right? And I was like, all right, if we want to keep dumping for some reason, we might as well just, just like get a retracement. I think in this moment there was no gap for rally gap here form yet. So if we go, wait, let me check. Where is it? It's 20, 10, 23, 10, 23, 10, 23. It's basically between these candles. No. So it's between these candles. I was just basically looking for too long. Why am I looking at this? What am I fucking retarded or something? Jeez. Yes, okay. So 10, 20. Yeah. So between these candles, right? In this moment we did not form the fair rally gap yet. This one. So I was targeting this one because it's the only one that you can see. So I was saying like if we're gonna keep dumping, we might as well at least try to get to this fair rally gap and then dump. And this is what I was expecting. In that moment, I don't know from where I got the SMT, but there was a SMT form. In the 1 minute, you can see we were like, I was waiting for inverse, then probably we would just get to these highs. It was just basically I wanted to see a retracement to then keep doing this move. But we didn't end up doing that. Like we just literally like we just I don't even know what was this. We ended up going higher and then just completely dumping the second after. So I took a long here and then I got stopped instantly and then boom, that's it. That was literally my trade. But overall I couldn't complain because like yeah, okay, I lost I think it was $381 here. And then Thursday I made $900 and then Wednesday I made $600. So I was like overall at the end of the week I cannot complain. I closed in a pretty good week. So I wasn't really like upset about anything. And then yeah, I saw this and honestly like I said, I was still expecting us like to probably reach out to this, but we just never reached to it at the end of the day, which is kind of annoying. But overall, I'm still bullish to be honest. I feel like we should still try to go higher simply because in the daily, that's the other thing. Like for me, in the daily, it just didn't seem like we were trying to be short at all. You know what I mean? Like Wednesday already give this huge retracement down, and then Thursday was just like, it was just like retracing back down. That's what I kind of felt from Thursday. It was a retracement because if you go into the 4 hour, okay, we have this two Ferrari gaps, and I was like, okay, maybe we're just coming down here again just to fulfill this Ferrari gaps. We even touched this inverse here. You can see the body end up respecting that inverse, and then we just started, pumping up. So I was like, might as well, look for longs, and then boom, like it's just not. It was completely the opposite. I have noticed a lot. It's just like Fridays, I always get cooked, always. So I'm gonna start doing this thing where basically, like, let's say if anything before Friday, I get trades and I do good, like I get profits or whatever, then I'm just gonna completely avoid Fridays now. From now on, like if I get entries before Friday, like Thursday or Wednesday or Tuesday or Monday, and I make profits already, when Friday comes in, I'm not gonna trade it. I will probably paper trade it, but like I'm not gonna completely trade it because I just always get cooked on Fridays for some reason. Now, if I haven't found a single trade during that whole week and then Friday comes in, then yeah, I'll definitely trade Friday just to see if I can get an opportunity. But yeah, one thing I did hear from a friend, he was telling me like Fridays are usually just doing like the retracement back to the middle of the week basically. And that's what kind of happened this week. We went all the way down here, then we went up, blah blah blah, and then we just end up closing in half. Just basically closing back to the middle. So that's why he kind of told me about Fridays. So I was like, oh, well, I'm going to start trying to avoid them. But yeah, overall, like I said, I still feel bullish. I don't see why we should just like completely dump again. Maybe if we dump, it's to like probably form something down here and then maybe start going higher. But honestly, I don't want to see us go lower. And with this wick, it tells me a lot that I don't know. I feel like we're just gonna be bullish. Like there's no reason. Like we did so much like of a retracement to say it that way. So I don't feel like we should go lower. But I mean, I could be wrong, of course. It's just about seeing how it opens tomorrow. I would like to see it's like we open low and then we close high. That's what I would like to see. Maybe bodies come down here, sweep this low, and then after one of them sweep this low, make it maybe form an SMT and for the higher time frame, and then maybe we can just start pushing higher. Even though yes, like we had a low, a high, low, higher high, and now lower low, and then we make a change of state of delivery here in the higher time frame. So there's a chance we might just start dumping. But I wouldn't like to see that. I would just like to see simply take probably previous week low and then maybe just start pumping. Overall, the end, like this rectangle I have is basically like that's a huge gap. And then if you can see this entire weeks, we just been inside of it accumulating. So maybe something big is gonna happen soon. That is either gonna pump us up or it's gonna dump us. And if we dump, like I don't know, but it's just like listen, if you look at lower, right? If you go lower before this even of this happened, we made fair leg up displacement, blah blah blah. We went all the way up here, and then we end up taking this low out. We came in a retracement, order block here, boom, we tapped it, and then completely bullish, and again accumulating. So I feel like we're accumulating to just finish taking the all-time highs, because I feel like since the ES already has taken all-time highs, we might as well just finish doing the job, right, for NQ. And not only this, like daily, we have all this buy side liquidity resting here. Like it just doesn't make no sense to leave all this buy side liquidity and just start dumping. But like I said, I would like to see maybe just a small dump of taking previous day low or previous weekly low, and then finish pumping to take out this buy side liquidity here, because this is a lot of buy side liquidity. This is all too equal. So yeah, and I do understand, like from Tuesday, 13 January, we dumped because of this gap, and then at the same time in that moment, ES already has swept all-time highs, where we had SMT, of course, and all these things, and like that was the reason for us to dump. But overall, that's it. That's like I cannot expect anything else. Like I have no reason to be thinking of shorts basically. For higher bias, like yes, I'm long. So yeah, that's gonna be it to be honest. And then yeah, for them, this was like the hourly SMT, blah blah blah. Some people actually short this. Even let's say, even if my bias was short, right? I wouldn't know where to take a trade. Maybe like usually I like to take inverse per rally gaps. You know what I mean? So first rally gap presented was here, which is cool. Wait, let me just. Which is cool. We tapped the Ferrari gap, and we just kept dumping. But there's certain situations I don't know how to technically take these trades to say that way. Like I do, but um, I don't know how to explain it. Like I don't usually take Ferrari gaps, you know. I usually take inverses. So if I wanted to take an inverse, like there is no inverse offer here at all. You know what I mean? Except maybe I don't even know. I guess this one you could have shorted here, which is a good trade. But like I mean, that's the thing. Like if you're just deep down, right? I wouldn't like to take a short simply because I don't know how more we're gonna keep pushing down. You know what I mean? We did push a lot at the end. We did like I mean, this is a lot of points. This is 97 points in total. But I wouldn't like to take a short here because I don't know until what point we were planning to like keep dumping. So yeah, um, I wish I could probably know how to take trades like this, where basically I could know where to take the Ferrari gap. But that's the problem. Like since we had a SMT with London lows and stuff like this in this moment, I was kind of expecting this to be inverse and then take out this buy side liquidity that I was talking about. So that's another reason why I wasn't looking for shorts in the beginning. Even though we did form that SMT and it did look like we were just gonna dump, but I don't know. This was just weird. I wasn't expecting too much of this. And then yeah, just end up having a loss for the day, and then that's it. But I mean, like always, like it is always like you just keep learning from mistakes and stuff, and I mean it is what it is. Other thing that I do realize, like from that moment, it was like okay, we didn't really like yes, we inverse it, but like this is an order block right here, so it's not really us to say oh it's gonna go higher. We had an order block, and at the same time, this red rectangle is basically the a gap, actual gap, and you can see how the bodies was just always closing below, no matter how much damage the wicks were doing. I mean, wicks don't really matter. So that just ended up telling us like, we're just gonna keep dumping. And yeah, unfortunately, we just couldn't get a trade, but I mean, it's fine. Like I cannot complain at all. I had a really good week. So yeah, let's just see what happens for the next week. Maybe I will do video for tomorrow, Monday, and then I will be showing what will probably happen or what's my expectations. But overall, like I said, I'm bullish. I just want to see us probably do another retracement lower, take out some previous lows or something of like in a daily. Maybe this low mostly. I wanted to see this one to be taken out, or we would take this one out, whatever, and then just finish pumping. But yeah, let's just see what happens tomorrow. And yeah, hopefully you guys got something out of this. And thank you for watching.